Hi, I'm Lori Olson, and I'm the author of How to Be a Caregiver for an Aging Parent with Dementia while maintaining your sanity and dignity for both you and for your cared. That's enormous. That's enormous about quality of life. And that's what you're probably seriously missing at this point in time in your life if you're a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week, at-home caregiver. Well, you can say, how could there be quality of life? You want quality of life, you have good intentions, you've got a good heart, you're making a lot of sacrifices. Okay, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the sacrifices you're making and the toll that's taking on you and the toll that's taking on the quality of life that you intend to give to your loved one. It's not what you thought it would be, is it? It's turning out to be a whole lot different. You don't think you have any choices. Okay, well, in the previous video we talked about you do have choices even if you feel backed into a corner. So let's start at a good place to say how you can start identifying the choices you have. And the place we're going to start with that's going to turn things around considerably for you. You know, we're not talking about magic wands and magic cures. We're talking about improving the quality of your life, even though the things that are out of your control may still stink. Okay? So how do you do that? Let's start with you. And even though this may sound trite, it's a very appropriate analogy. And I know you've heard it before. But when you're flown on an airplane and they say, when the oxygen mask drops down, okay, here's a pop quiz. Who do you put the mask on first? You put it on yourself, or you put it on a child or an elderly loved one? Well, of course, you put it on yourself. You put it on yourself because your well-being is going to determine the well-being of all others. So this means, caregiver, this is a guilt-free pass. This is not something that you need to see as optional. It's not optional, taking care of yourself. It's just not optional. So you need to take care of yourself. And that's the number one directive, because everything is going to depend on you. And that means the quality of care. It means the way you communicate with your loved one. If you're short and irritable, guess what? Everyone suffers, including you, and including your cared. Because even if there is memory problems there's nothing wrong with their intuitive feeling part of their brain yet. Yeah, that's right. They will respond differently. They will sundown more. They'll be more difficult. Their behaviors will deteriorate as your mood deteriorates. And that, I'm telling you, is an absolute fact. So if you're getting bad experiences and you're snapping, and it's going to create a vicious cycle, we've got to stop that. And it starts with you. There's going to be a lot of skills that you can apply to help yourself. So it doesn't have to be an artificial willpower thing, because that's impossible to do. You're already facing enough challenges. You don't need to add increased willpower on top of it and make yourself push the boulder even further, a heavier boulder uphill. So we're going to start in the next video. We're going to talk about the steps for how you can start fortifying yourself. It does start with you. And I hope to see you in the next one.